Senator, we are go.
All right. Welcome. I'm Senator Kevin Avard from the Senate District 12. And today we'll be holding a meeting of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee. And before we get started, I'll read through the checklist to ensure that the meeting that we are holding is in compliance with the right to know law. As chair of Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee, I find due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12, pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04 and its extensions, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. In accordance with the emergency order, I am confirming that we're providing public access to the meeting by telephone, with additional access possible by video and electronic means. Utilizing Zoom for this electronic meeting, and all members of the committee and selected legislative staff have the ability to communicate contemporaneously in this meeting through this platform, and the public has access contemporaneously to watch and listen to the meeting on Zoom or YouTube and via phone by following the directions and links provided on the General Court website. We provided public notice of the necessary information for accessing the meeting in the Senate calendar. We are providing a mechanism for the public to alert the public body during the meeting, and if there's any problems with access, if anyone has any problem, please email remote@ledge.state.nh.us or call 603-271-6931. In the event that the public is unable to access the meeting, it'll be adjourned and rescheduled. Please note that all votes taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call vote. Finally, let's get started with the meeting by taking a roll call of attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state where they are and if there's anyone in the room with them during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law. I will start the roll call with Senator Gaida.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in my assistant's office at the State House with my assistant.
There you go. Senator Gray.
I am James Gray, District 6. I'm in my home in Rochester, and I'm alone in this room.
Senator Perkins Quokka.
This is Rebecca Perkins Quokka. I'm at my office in downtown Portsmouth, and I'm alone in the room.
Senator Waters.
Senator Waters, District 4. I am at my home in Dover, alone in this room.
And I'm Senator Kevin Avard in my office here at the Capitol, and I'm alone. And so welcome everybody, and today is going to be a fun day. We have a good one for you folks. Do I have a motion to move in exec?
So moved.
Second.
All right, seconded by Senator Gray. Senator Gaida.
Yes.
Senator Gray.
Yes.
Senator Waters.
Yes.
Senator Perkins Quokka.
Yes.
And Senator Avard, yes. Do I have a motion on HB 177?
I move ITL.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, discussion. Senator Gray.
As many of you know, I live in Rochester, which is the site for turnkey landfill, and it's one of the bigger landfills in the state. Certainly, I believe that it is well operated, and that some of the restrictions of setting out a limit of 2 miles is not appropriate for, and is not supported by science, and that I think we're trying to solve a local issue with the state legislation that is not appropriate, and therefore I will be voting against the bill.
Further discussion. Senator Waters.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I believe the hearing showed what a complex issue this is, and many good points were made in support of the bill and raised a lot of issues, not only about the proposed project up in Dalton, but about the placement of solid waste facilities around the state. I do think that it is complicated as well by the fact that we are passing bills this session to create a 10-year solid waste plan and a solid waste study committee, and both of those are essential to figure out what we do, what is a looming crisis in terms of solid waste capacity. I think that there might have been an opportunity to work further on this bill. So in light of the current motion, I will be voting no.
Senator Perkins Cuoco.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. I'll be joining Senator Waters voting against that current motion for very similar reasons. I think that this is a really complex issue, and I certainly respect the opinion of the others on the committee. I think our state parks are just such a treasure here in New Hampshire. We have to recognize their value to our rural communities and our rural economies. At the same time, I know all of us remain committed to figuring out the long-term sort of solid waste management and recycling plan for our state. So in this case, I hoped to see this bill make progress and for us to work together on further changes, but I won't be supporting you in the ITL and hope we can see something else in the future.
Further discussion? Just as chair, I've really struggled with this bill. I know as I walk away from it, I'm not going to feel good either way. I do support my colleague's motion of ITL for this reason, is that the ripple effect could be devastating to other towns, and the whole process has been gone forward. And I really think that just pulling the rug under corporations that may want to have a private landfill in New Hampshire, I think it sends a chilling effect if we go forward with this bill and let it pass as it is. I do regret, I've gotten thousands of emails, there's no doubt, and yes, I have seen them, some letters, doing the right thing. I've tried to give everybody the best, or the greatest chance to speak their minds. But at the end of the day, when I'm balancing everything, I really think that we need to, if we're going to come at this in the future, we need to come at it a different way. But as of now, I think this bill should not pass as is. So with that, I will also be voting ITL. And we'll start if there's any other further comments. Seeing none, we'll start the roll with Senator Gaida on the ITL motion.
Aye.
Senator Gray.
Yes.
Senator Waters.
Nope.
Senator Perkins Cuoco.
No.
And Senator Avard, yes, and I will take this out. Okay. So the next one, HB 135, is there a motion to re-refer?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All right, Senator Waters.
Yes.
Senator Gray.
Yes.
Senator Gaida.
Yes.
Senator Perkins Cuoco.
Yes.
Okay, Senator Avard, yes. Is there a motion to put it on consent?
Consent.
Second.
Okay, Senator, discussion, seeing none. Senator Waters.
Yes.
Senator Gray.
Yes.
Senator Gaida.
Yes.
Senator Perkins Cuoco.
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes. And Senator Waters, would you like to take that one out?
Yes.
All right, great. HB 199. Is there a motion of ought to pass on HB 199?
I'll
Chairman.
move up.
I have to excuse myself. Back to finance.
Thank you for your service, Senator. We appreciate you. All right, Senator Gray motions to ought to pass, seconded by Senator Waters. Discussion. All right, we did have one little section here on HB 199. It had to do with the some of the language, and I do have an amendment. If we'll see how it goes. It's Amendment 1498. Griff, can you put that up there?
1 second.
And it had to do with the terminology of plant biostimulant to be placed on line 12, section 6. I guess there was a discussion about having that definition put in there, and a chance to look at it. Line 4.
If I may, Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
on this, I thought that it's an interesting issue that's being raised by the company that came to us. What makes me hesitant here is that we really didn't have a hearing on whether this was appropriate. And things tend to be a little more complex than they may appear at first sight. And also, I'm a little concerned about this as well, because, I know sometimes companies come to us and want to get in statute somewhere in the country mention of a product that they are presenting, and fair enough. But I think that in that case, because it may have implications, not just for a certain business, but also their efforts in other state statute, that I think it's a real reason why we need to be a little more cautious on this. As I understand it, the House committee did hear about this, but chose not to act. And I think that we ought to respect that in this case. So I'm just not so sure about this amendment, Mr. Chairman.
Mhm. Thank you. Further discussion? All right, let's take a vote on can we take a vote on the amendment? Or,
I think we need first to move, I'll move to pass on 199.
okay, and it's been seconded by Senator Gray.
Chair.
So, Senator Waters.
So have you moved the amendment?
Oh, the amendment. No, I thought you said the bill. I apologize. Wait a minute, where am I here?
So just to clarify, everybody, there has been a not to pass motion on the floor that was made by Senator Gray, seconded by Senator Waters. If, as I understand, Senator Avard, you want to act on the amendment, there needs to be a motion on amendment 1498S, and then I need a second.
Okay, so let's go with the motion on 1498S. Seeing none, the amendment fails. Okay, further discussion on 199. Seeing none, let's take the roll. Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Quokka,
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes. Who would like to take this out? I'll take it out.
I'll move consent. Oh, we can't do consent. I'm
Can't do
sorry.
that, yeah.
Rats.
Rats.
Senators, before we
Alright.
move on, I apologize for my oversight, but on the previous bill, House Bill 135, Representative Bohm's bill, was that a re-refer motion on that? I'm sorry.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm good. We can continue forward.
Okay, relative to standards on HB 271. The New Hampshire, is there not the pass motion on HB 271?
I'll move on to pass.
Is there a second?
I just need a second to get the bill back up,
Sure.
Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry.
Relative to, yeah, that's okay. Relative to the standards of I hate to say the word.
Second that to
polyfluoro-
pass.
Yep,
Yep.
okay. All right, seconded by Senator Perkins Quokka. Discussion?
Mr. Chair, if I may, obviously very strong support for this out of the House, and in the hearing, I think what's of importance here is the report from DES that essentially this is just the way they've always been doing business. There's really no confusion for them about how these chemicals are defined. And it will be quite possible to do what they've always done, and that the Renzullo amendment, I think, is important because it does clarify that that how DES is to act as new chemicals may be added to the to those of concern. I mean, I know we heard from the American chemistry folks who are often very helpful, but I think here that on the face of it, this bill is just changing some definitional language to bringing it into accordance with the way the terminology is used now, and really reflects no difference in terms of process and practice in the states. So I hope that we could pass this and move it forward.
Great. Further discussion? Seeing none. Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Coca,
Yes.
and Senator Avard, yes. Senator Perkins Coca, would you like to take this out?
Sure.
All right. Griffin, is Senator Bradley going to be available?
Senator Bradley, oh, yes, Senator Bradley is available, yes.
All right, you want to
Starts
pick up,
giving the attendees list.
all right, do you want to take up 373?
Put his amendment on screen and let me bring him in.
Excuse me.
To our blistering executive session.
Hey, we're going to go right through these.
Hey, we're prepped. We're good.
Leave early. Senator Bradley, you there?
I am. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Jeff.
afternoon. Senator Bradley introduces 1233S. Do we have to have a motion on the original bill first?
Move
Yes.
on to pass.
Okay, is there a second? As chair, can I second?
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
Okay, I'm going to second. And now discussion, and Senator Bradley. He
Yeah,
offers up,
thank thank you,
go
Mr.
ahead.
Chairman. When I looked at this bill, I thought it was flawed in the way it was written, that would prevent the Department of Environmental Services from even discussing the possibility of a low carbon fuel standard. Whether any of us support it or don't support it, I think it's important that the Department of Environmental Services be able to participate and represent New Hampshire's interests, good, bad, or otherwise, in regional discussions. I hearken to the Reggie initiative where New Hampshire is caught in the program, whether we think it's a good idea or a bad idea, by virtue of the fact that the power costs are baked into the cost of power, and the distribution of monies flows only to states that participate in Reggie. And what we've chosen to do with that money is up to the dollar threshold, rebate it to customers. So just using that as a template to, some of these possible regional initiatives, if all the states around us adopted a low carbon fuel standard, we'd get the low carbon fuel by virtue of the distribution network in all likelihood. It's the same way that, ethanol is in gasoline. Even if you don't want ethanol and you don't need it for environmental compliance, for instance, in the northern 6 counties of the state, we get it because of the distribution network. And so I think it's important for the department to be able to represent New Hampshire in any of these regional discussions. So instead, what I thought would be a better approach would be that there'd be another level of oversight, i.e. the executive council, in approving it. If you look at the amendment, you can see that any low carbon fuel standard would require legislative approval, since there presumably would be costs for all state contracts through the procurement of fuel. I thought the executive council ought to be consulted on implementation of any low fuel standard. I think that's a much better approach than trying to just say we're not going to discuss it on the front end.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move on to pass on the amendment.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Well, can I just say, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank Senator Bradley for bringing this forward. I think this is, in a sense, what we're doing now, and addition executive council for any action down the road makes a lot of sense. And so I appreciate Senator Bradley, and I hope this will be an acceptable language in the House, but this is a good thing to do. So thank you, Senator.
All right, Senator Perkins Polka.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I want to second, I do think this is a much better approach. I do in general have concerns about adding layers of bureaucracy to us participating in these discussions, because I do think it's important for us to participate regionally and nationally. And so I prefer that we just leave the statute as it is. However, I think the amendment is a great improvement on the bill that came out of the House. And so I'll be supporting the amendment.
Okay. Further discussion? Seeing none, we'll start with Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gaida,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Polka,
Yes.
and Senator Avard, yes. And so moving on the bill as amended, Senator Gaida,
Yes.
I don't need a motion on that, do I?
Yeah.
You already have it.
Yeah.
I'll move on to
already-
pass as amended.
Okay, and Senator Gray seconds.
You
So
already
is
have
that
the
what you-
motion.
That's what I thought. Okay, all right. So Senator Gaida is a yes. Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Polka,
Yes.
and Senator Avard, yes. And so is there a motion
Consent.
to go to consent? Okay, seconded by
Yes. This is
Senator
second.
Waters. Okay, Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gaida,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Polka,
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes, and Senator Gaida will take this out. Thank you,
Thank you.
Senator Gaida.
you
Appreciate
later.
it. Thank you, Senator Bradley.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. What do we got left here? We have
We have House Bill
309.
House Bill 309 and House Bill 289 left.
Okay, so let's take up 309 because there's an amendment with that. So is there a motion or is there, yeah, motion on 309, please.
Move on to pass.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, and we had already voted for this this amendment that I'm going to be introducing. It's 1275S relative to computation of renewable energy credits and clarifying certain renewable energy clauses. Basically, that hydrogen plant derived biomass fuels. You'll see on line 11. We voted for this already, and we just kind of dissected it out of the bill, and we're placing it on House Bill 309, seeing how we already voted for it. Is there any objection to that?
I'll move amendment 1275S. Oh, I have to move the bill first. I'll move three. We did that.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
move
we
the
did that,
amendment.
yeah.
I'll move 1275S.
Second.
Seconded by Senator Gray. Further discussion? Seeing none. Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Polka,
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes. And on the final bill? is there a
Move on
motion
to pass as amended.
It's already
Seconded
moved.
by. Yeah, we already moved it. Okay. So Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Polka,
Yes.
and Senator Avard, yes. All right, and I'll take that one out. That's okay. And 289. Is there a motion on 289?
Move on to pass.
Second,
I'm all out of amendments, right, Griffin?
No more, I don't have any other amendment. No.
All right. Any discussion on 289? All right, seeing none. Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
yes.
Senator Perkins Quokka,
Yes.
and Senator Avard, yes. Senator Gray, would you like to take this one out?
That's pleasure of the chair.
Yes, sir. The chair takes pleasure in it. How are we doing here, Griffin? I think that's it.
Yeah, that concludes all the bills that we have, I think, for this session.
Well
Well,
done.
we can all
folks.
take pleasure in being done.
Yes, we can take pleasure. Is there a motion to move out of the exec?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All in favor, Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Perkins Quokka,
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes. I want to congratulate everybody. You did a really amazing job. Some tough bills, but even on one of the previous ones there, we spent a long day and you did a really good job and asked great questions. And so I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for your service.
Well, thank you,
Wonderful.
Mr. Chairman. Great job. And we'll stay tuned for committees of conference, huh?
We
Days
can all go
early.
back and watch the audit now, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you
Yeah.
all. I really appreciate you all. Thank you.
That's must-see TV, Senator Gray?
Well, for some it is.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
We can watch the reruns over and over and over. All right. We'll see you all later. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yep.
Oh, I need
Thanks
a
so much.
motion to adjourn. Do
Oh.
we need a motion?
So moved.
Okay, and seconded by Senator Gray, Senator Perkins Quokka.
Yes.
All right, that's the first time I put you at first. So I'm very conscious of that. Senator Gray,
Yes.
Senator Waters,
Yes.
Senator Avard, yes. And we'll see you all later. Take care.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.